Hello students, as you know that this time your exam will commence in school. So this time you will come in school to give your exam. So this is my advice that start your preparation for your exam because time are very less. Students, we have also started our revision. Now this is your responsibility to prepare this revision home assignment for your exam. Let's start.
Continue our revision internet online surfing. Google Drive. It is a file storage and synchronization service developed by Google. So this is called Google Drive. Launched on April 24, 2012. Google Drive allows users to store files on their servers, synchronize files across devices, and share files. Google Drive is a cloud-based storage solution that allows you to save files online and access them anywhere from any smartphone, tablet, or computer. If you have stored your files on Google Drive, you can access that files online on any phone, smartphone, tablet, or computer. Next is e-commerce. Electronic commerce or e-commerce, sometimes written as e-commerce like this, is a business model that lets firms and individuals buy and selling things over the internet. It means any firm, any company sell and buy the products over the internet, that is known as e-commerce. E-commerce operates in all four of the following major market segments: business to business, business to consumer. Now different types of e-commerce services: business to business, B2C, business to consumer. In this process, the B2C model is the most common business model, so there are many unique approaches under this umbrella. B2B, business to business. In a B2B business model, a business sells its product or service to another business. C2B, consumer to business. C2B businesses allow individuals to sell goods and services to companies. Now C2C, consumer to consumer. A C2C business also called an online marketplace, connects consumer to exchange goods and services and typically make their money. Next, online shopping. It is a form of electronic commerce which allows consumer to directly buy goods or services from a seller over the internet using a web browser or a mobile app. Nowadays, online shopping is most using applications. By these applications, consumers directly buy goods or services from the seller. No intermediate section is required for this. Advantages of online shopping: it saves time and efforts, means conveniences of shopping at home, no need to go at any shop, wide variety range of products are available, good discount, lower prices are also available, get detailed information of the product, we can compare various model or brands, no pressure shopping, because when we are going to any shop, that shopkeeper pressure to buy these things. So here no pressure shopping. Online shopping saves time. Comparisons. Companies display the whole range of product offered by them to attract customers with different tastes and needs. Availability of online shop. The mall is open on 365 into 24 into 7. So time does not act as a barrier whenever the vendor and buyers are. Means here anytime you can purchase things. Online tracking. Online consumers can track the order status and delivery status. Tracking or shipping is also available. Means if you have ordered anything, then you can track your products Online shopping saves money. To attract customers to shop online, e-tailers and marketers offer discount to the customers due to elimination of maintenance, real estate cost. The retailers are able to sell the product with attractive discount through online. Now, if some advantages also in online shopping, then some disadvantages also there. First is delay in delivery. Long duration and lack of proper inventory management result in delay in shipment. This frustrates the customer and prevents them from shopping online. Lack of significant discount in online shops. Physical stores offer discount to customers and attract them, so this makes it difficult for e-tailers to compete with the offline platforms. Number 3, lack of touch and feel of merchandise in online shopping. Lack of touch feel creators concerned over the quality of the product on offer. Online shopping is not quite suitable for clothes as the customers cannot try them on. Lack of integrity in online shopping. Physically store allows price negotiation between buyers and the seller. The showroom sales attendant representative provide personal attention to customers and help them in purchasing goods. Lack of shopping experience. The traditional shopping exercise provides lot of fun in the form of showroom atmosphere, smart sales attendants, scent and sound that cannot be experienced through a website. Lack of close examination in online shopping. A customer has to buy a product without seeing actually how it looks like. Customers may click and buy some product that is not really required by them. The electronic images of a product are sometimes misleading. This is the main reason. Frauds in online shopping. Sometimes there is disappearance of shopping site itself. In addition to above, the online payments are not much secured. So it is essential for e-marketers and retailers to pay attention to this issue to boost the growth of e-commerce. These are the disadvantages. Now, online payment options generally fall into one of the 6 meta categories. First is credit, debit, prepaid card payments. Cards represents the most popular worldwide payment method in the United States, Canada, Mexico, China, Korea, and most of Western Europe. Bank transfers. Some e-commerce websites prefer to instruct their customers to make bank transfer directly their accounts, often using an IBAN number. Number 3, e-wallets. E-wallets require customers and merchants to sign up and create accounts, then deposit and withdraw money from linked bank accounts. E-wallet like PayPal and AirPay are very popular in the United States and China respectively. Cash. In India, Romania, Russia and many other parts of the world, cash remains king, even for e-commerce. Next, NEFT, RTGS or IMPS. Choose the best way to make online money transfer. NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer. The National Electronic Fund Transfer or NEFT is the simplest and most liked form of money transfer from one bank to bank. RTGS, Real-Time Gross Settlement. IMPS, Immediate Payment Service. These are the online payment services. NEFT, RTGS. Next is blogging. Blogging refers to writing. What is the meaning of blogging? Blogging refers to writing, photography and other media that's self-published online. Blogging started as an opportunity for individuals to write diary-style entries, but it has since been incorporated into websites for many businesses. Now, blog. What is a blog? A blog, a transcription of weblog, is a discussion or informational website published on the blog. Blog can also be used as a verb meaning to maintain or add content to a blog. the emergence and growth of blogs in the late 1990s. Blogs I started from the 1990s. Now blogger. What is the blogger? Blogger is someone who writes regularly for an online journal or website. A political blogger might provide weekly commentary on current events. These are the three terms: blogging, blog and blogger. Now application of blogging. First is publishing, second travel, next is beauty, then entertainment. Now next is podcasting. It is the preparation and distribution of audio files using RSS to the computers of subscribed users. These files may then be uploaded to digital music or multimedia players like the iPod. A podcast can be easily created from a digital audio file. Features of podcasting. Engage your audience in conversation. It is the feature that it engages the audience who are listening or of that music which podcast on the in the form of digital audio. Know your subject matter. When anybody can podcasting, that it is necessary that he knows about the subject matter which topic he or she will be podcast. Avoid information overload. Understand your audience. Means this is the main feature, that if you are podcasting anything, if you are podcast anything on the in the form of audio file, then first you understand your audience, that your which things your audience want to listen. Seek out the best guests. Prepare for every interview. Set your guests at ease. Encourage respectful debates. This is also a main feature, that that podcaster encourage respectful debates with the audience. Create killer episode titles. Means the podcaster create the killer episode, that type of episode which attract the audience. That type of episode is known as the killer. So that podcaster create this type of killer episode. Be authentic. At the end of the day, they tune in to hear your authentic voice and to relate to all that you have to share with them. Now, application of podcasting. There are 5 key benefits regarding the use of videos podcast for students. Students can control the pace of their own studies. Increase in motivation, means it increase the motivations in the student. Improvement in study habits, that podcasting is also improvement in study habits. Positive impact on testing skills. Yes, this is the main application, that it impact positively on the testing skills. Does not reduce class attendance. It cannot be reduced the class attendance. Means when a student related to any podcaster, that always he waits that type of podcast, and that time he cannot absent from that class attendance. These are the features and application of podcasting. Student, hope you all understood. I repeat again that you will see this video and you will read this chapter from the book also. Then you will prepare your chapter for your examination, because your examination are coming. If you have any problem, you can ask me, because you are coming in school nowadays also. So if you have any problem, you can ask me. Thank you.